Trump begins by thanking the crowd and expressing his excitement about the energy and spirit surrounding his campaign. He acknowledges the success of his previous campaigns, but points out that bad things happened in 2020. Though he doesn't go into specifics, Trump then shifts focus to addressing the recent devastation caused by hurricanes, specifically mentioning Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and western North Carolina. He extends his prayers and sympathy to those affected, especially to the families of those who died or were displaced. He acknowledges the destruction and devastation caused by the storm, calling it a monster hurricane, and commenting on how much harder it hit than anyone had anticipated. He extends his best wishes to those impacted and prays for their recovery. Transitioning to political criticism, Trump takes aim at President Joe Biden, accusing him of being out of touch and asleep in one of his many estates in Delaware. He questions how Biden, a career politician, has amassed so many homes, implying something improper about his financial situation. Trump sarcastically wonders how Biden could afford so many estates, given his modest salary as a politician. Trump then moves on to criticize Vice President Kamala Harris, claiming she has destroyed San Francisco, where she currently is, raising money at a fundraiser. He questions why Harris is fundraising when parts of the country are underwater from the hurricane and people have died. He mocks the idea of Harris raising money, suggesting that her donors are people his audience wouldn't like, describing them as radical left lunatics. Trump hints that he might release the names of these donors, but adds that if he did, people would accuse him of being a threat to democracy. He criticizes Harris for focusing on fundraising instead of helping hurricane victims, saying that's what she's getting paid for. Trump shifts focus to his supporters, particularly those in Pennsylvania, where he is speaking. He says he is proud to be with hardworking Americans and notes that many of them were once Democrats but are now Trump Republicans. He jokes about his popularity, referencing his appearance at a recent Alabama-Georgia football game where he says the crowd went stone cold crazy for him, calling it a poll of its own. He contrasts this with other politicians who have been booed at public events, suggesting that his popularity is a reflection of how well he is doing in the polls. He then discusses a recent event in Wisconsin, where his rally was restricted to a smaller indoor venue due to security concerns involving the United Nations and the presence of the Iranian president. Trump expresses frustration that the Biden administration prioritized security for the Iranian president, who he claims is threatening his life, over allowing him to hold a large outdoor rally.